Hello and welcome to Chatsworth House in the Peak District. In Commute we trust today because I have absolutely no idea what this route entails. It's fairly short. The days are short, as we now know, because we're getting into winter. But just look at this. I mean, there's a huge herd of deer just off to the left of me. There's a huge mansion just ahead of me. So man, yeah, this is going to be awesome. So yeah, let's get into it. Right, so I'm not directly on the route right now, so I'm going to need to find my way to the start of it. Oh, I think I'm a mile away from the start. Okay, we'll just follow the sat nav and hope that makes sense.
So I actually wasn't a mile away from the start was on a footpath to the left of me. But hey ho, while I'm working that out, let me tell you, Chatsworth House was constructed in 1549 by Bess of Hardwick and her husband Sir William Cavendish. It was used to imprison Mary Queen of Scots between 1569 and 1584. You may recognise it because it's been in Peaky Blinders, Pride and Prejudice and many TV productions.
Right, here we go. So I'm just on the other side of a wall from where I initially was. Now we know. I feel like I didn't need to do all this. I'm gonna make it through though. I'm gonna try. Okay. Right.
The estate's beautiful, honestly, just come and check it out. There was a lot of cyclists out that day. You've got deer, you've got the mansion, you've got everything you could possibly want for a nice family ride.
Right, there's a Christmas market on and the sat nav's trying to take me straight through that. Obviously don't want to be going through a Christmas market. And even though there's nothing preventing me from doing so, common sense would say that's not a good idea. Right, I reckon if I go this way, go over the bridge, I'll be back en route. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go. Oh, freedom. Now we're underway. That was quite a frantic start. Wasted half an hour just getting through Christmas markets. Merry Christmas. I've stopped and taken a few layers off. That's tons better now. I think I'd well overdressed.
This tasty little village is called Edensor. If you're ever thumbing your way through the Doomsday Book, as we all do from time to time, you'll actually find it listed in there. Over the years, it survived a spot of demolition from the Duke of Devonshire because it was blocking his view of the park. How rude. Throughout the day, I realised a lot of the route that I'd planned was closed due to various construction projects, so I threw caution to the wind and just made it up as I went along. So here I am, going downhill into Bakewell, which is famous for the Bakewell pudding and being the only village that's completely inside the Peak District. So there you go. That's something you probably didn't need to know.
Right, it looks like we're going behind the train station. Bakewell. I think this is where the Bakewell tart was from. It's got to be, hasn't it? Well, there's bridleway here. It's quite a well maintained bridleway. Let's have a look at this. A destination for dukes. Yeah, so this is a little cycle hire gift shop. So Hassop opened in 1862, was once a station on the Derby to Manchester section of the Midland Railway. It was built for the benefit of the Duke of Devonshire and was one of two stations for Chatsworth, the other being Rowsley Hassop Station, used to have an elegant first-class waiting room and an inn. So there you go, it doesn't hurt to have a little duke living nearby, does it? And here we go. Hassop Station. Awesome.
Unwittingly, I'd ended up on the Monsal Trail. It runs 8.5 miles between Bakewell and Blackwell. It's beautiful, and little did I know I was about to see something that was going to blow my mind.
Here we go. Check this out. It's a tunnel. All right, I'm a bit excited. Now this is going to make it all worth it. Oh man. Here we go. Wow, it's like instantly cooler in here. How cool is this? Do you know what? I knew this was on the ride, but I forgot it was here. Well, that's cool. And I think, are we just going to go straight out of the tunnel into a viaduct? I feel like we are going to. There might be a little hobgoblin living in here. I think this might be the last ride for this bike. He's making some very unhealthy noises. I think the hub's gone altogether. There was a little bit of rust on the bearings last time I had them out. The seal's gone on it. I think the hub's just gone altogether. I mean, it was already decked when I last serviced it. It's gone. I was in my 20s, maybe mid-20s, I'm not sure, when I got this bike. Yeah, I was going through a crazy time in my life. I'd gone through like a really messy split from somebody. Horrendous. It was like one of the worst in terms of just how bad everything got with it. I mean, I wouldn't want to go through something like that again. And I don't mean just breaking up, I mean everything that came with it. Like, you know, viciousness and all the rest. And somebody I knew was planning to do the coast to coast. And I was like, hell yeah, let's do it. Let's start over in Whitehaven and end over in, I think it was Newcastle we finished. We did it like 3 days, unsupported. We were woefully underprepared. We didn't know what we were getting into. When we turned up to start, we just did it all by ourselves. We saw everybody else had road bikes, touring bikes. No one was on little mountain bikes with 26-inch wheels, even back then. I think people, when they first spoke to us, you could tell they didn't think we were going to make it. And the day before we set off, I was really sick. Like I had like a fever, but I was thinking there is no way I am not doing this. So even though I wasn't still 100%, I went and I did it. I did that first day, and it was 60 miles through Whitehaven, getting into the Lake District, and it was murder. It was absolute murder. At the end of the first day, so we got up, we had a full English, and we set off, and we got going, and it was the hardest day, but it was like the best day ever. And we got to like this little town called Rookhope, and we went to the local pub there, met some amazing people, like played guitar, sang songs, and we had an amazing night. And the next day we were both rough, and the third day was not fun. I was really hungover, and when we got to the end, we passed all the people we'd passed on the way, and they were cheering us in to the end, all these strangers, and it was so surreal. And yeah, I got this bike at a time in my life when I really needed it, and it gave me a bit of a break from like the crap I was going through. So I've kept it for a long time, too long to be honest with you, just because it's got not just the coast to coast but lots of good memories attached to it. And I'll be sad to retire it, but it's time. Its time has come. Yep, as they say, it's all downhill from here. And you give yourself away, and you give yourself away, and you give, and you give, and you give yourself away. Body aches, you got me with nothing over here. Whoa, nothing left to live. Yes, and you give. Pick the bad line there. Oh, that made me feel a billion times better. Oh, right, on that one, I'll catch you in the next one. Hit like, subscribe, check out more videos coming. I'll keep making them just for me, not just for you. Up to you. I don't know what that means. But yeah, enjoy. Whoa, yeah. Oh, easy. Easy.